which is perfect, which is awesome. We're gonna go through upper body. So you're gonna notice that we're gonna start with a smaller progression of chaturangas and how to get into chaturangas. And then we're gonna build upon that and build upon that and still keep with our upper body work. So if you have your mic right now on, if you can mute it, just so that the recording, as I'm recording, it's not popping up. And that way we all kind of get a smooth video from that afterwards. I'm gonna do my best to get everything uploaded. It just takes time with where I am. I have no internet, so I'm using like a small little box to kind of get that done. So when this all happened, I was like, oh no, I don't really want anyone to come in while I'm trying to get that done. Who has their mic on still? Perfect. Okay, so let's start in kneeling on our mat. And if you need to put like a towel or a cushion underneath your thigh, you totally can. If not, no worries. So sit up nice and tall. And you're gonna take your hands and you're gonna place them on the rib cage. Fingertips right on the inside. So right at the bottom of the rib cage where it butterflies, place your fingertips. Let the elbows span out. Take a deep breath in, let the belly lift. And then exhale out. Inhale, lift up nice and tall to the crown of your head. And exhale. Let the shoulders fall. Inhale. And exhale. One more solid deep breath in. And slow breath out. Let's extend the arms out to the sides. Palms facing forward. Thumbs up. Take a deep breath in and bring the shoulders up towards the ears. And then exhale, sink the shoulder blades back. Bring the shoulders down. Reach out from the fingertips. And then start to turn the palms upward. Slow as you can. And then exhale, bend at the elbows, bring the shoulder blades together. Now while you're doing this, add tons of strength to the shoulders and to the biceps. Extend the fingers out. Nice and slow, and then exhale, bring them in. One more extension outward. And we're going to take the right palm, turn it down towards the floor. Start to bring the shoulder forward in a small twist, looking over at the left hand. And then let's switch sides. So left shoulder comes forward, palm turns up or down. Good, and switch. And your arms might start to get tired here, and you might start being or getting a little warm. But as you're moving back and forth, draw the belly button in. Really focus on where your shoulder and your hands are going. And just start to think about the fluidity of your body. So take notice of the spine. Ooh, my shoulders. Take notice of your fingers. Ooh, and take notice of the burn in your shoulders. Inhale, both palms lifted. Exhale, lift them all the way up, palms together. Inhale, and then exhale. Thumbs right down to heartbeat. And then let's shake the arms up. Awesome. So come onto your hands and knees in table. Hips in line with the knees, shoulders in line with the wrists, fingers really wide so that you have a really good grip through that first finger and thumb. And then with your low rib cage, you want to tuck it into the belly button. So that way we have a nice strong back. Inhale, drop the belly Drop the chest, lift the tailbone, and lift the chin, coming into cow. As you exhale and tuck the chin into the chest, pressing the ground away, move the hips forward, coming into cat. So you're rounding through the upper back. Inhale, drop the chest. Lifting that chin, lifting that tailbone, pressing the tops of the feet down into the mat. Exhale. Coming into that Halloween cap, gripping into the mat. And then inhale, neutral spine. Exhale out. Inhale. Let's build a little bit of heat into the fingers and into the shoulders. So we're going to rock our bodies forward, coming past the wrists, maybe shifting the hips forward. Exhale, bring the hips back, coming into child's pose. Tent the fingers. Inhale, come forward, hips forward. Good, exhale, hips back, tent the fingertips. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward, squeeze into the legs, squeeze the glutes, so squeeze the bum. Good, exhale, send it back. Let's try adding our gaze into it. So as you come forward and you squeeze into the legs, look past your nose. And as you exhale, keep that gaze, tent the fingertips, looking in between the thumbs. Still past the nose though. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, back. Shifting differently as we place the palms down. We're going to come forward. Those hips are going to come forward. Now with the elbows and with the hands and our shoulders, we're going to press the ground away, get nice and strong, lean forward, lower down. So make sure your hands are close to your low ribs and the elbows are tucked in. Look forward, press into the base of the palms, lifting back up. Exhale, send it back, child's pose. Tuck the butt back. Tent the fingertips. Inhale forward, hips forward, core ignites, good. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, send the hips back, tent the fingertips. Inhale, back to table. Let's tuck the toes this time. Getting into the arches of our feet. Make sure your knees aren't too far apart. Keep them in line with the hips. Inhale forward, exhale lower down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, send it back, tent those fingertips. You've got 5 more as we inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, lift forward. This is 3. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, send it back. 2 more. You're doing beautifully as you move forward. Hips forward, don't lose form. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up through the base of the palm. Exhale, send it back. Last one as we come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Good. Exhale, back to child's pose. No tenting of the fingers, just rest here. And as you're resting, really fill the air or fill your lungs up with air. And then as you exhale, really sink down into the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, back to table. Exhale, extend that left leg back, which is going to look like my right. And extend the right arm forward. Big breath in. Tuck the low ribs in. Squeeze into that leg and point the pinky toe down towards the floor. Press into that left hand. Keep holding. And then we're going to bring the right hand down. Keep the left leg lifted. And nice and slow, lean the body forward. Exhale, bring it back. Lean forward. And bring it back. For those of you wanting to take it one step further, lean forward, bend down, chest to the floor. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, left knee down. Breathing in. Exhale, child's pose. Let's get off the wrists. Wiggle the fingers. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, extend that right leg back. Left arm in front. Big breath in. Don't let that leg fall down. Keep it up and in line with the back. Good. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Bring that left hand down. Exhale. Move forward. Inhale. Press back. Using the pads of your fingertips. Move forward. Exhale back. And then one more if you want to take it a step further. Coming forward, moving down. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, knee down. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, child's pose, getting off the fingertips, wiggling the fingers. Sending those hips back towards the heels. Good. Inhale, back to table. Let's lift that left leg back up, but this time keep a bend in the knee. Flex the foot, so you want to make sure the toes are pointing down towards the floor. And we're going to exhale, slowly draw that knee into the chest, pressing into the fingertips. You can even come and tent the fingertips, and then bring that foot forward. Lifting the chest, hands on the hips. Really make sure the knee is in line with the ankle. As you look forward over the nose, nice and steady, breathe in and out. Inhale and exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale, lift the arms up. And then exhale, interlace those fingers behind the back. Bring the chest nice and open. Exhale, elbows towards one another. Inhale, lift those elbows up. Sink that right hip down. Start to bring the chin into the chest. Keep those elbows close. Inhale, lift up. You might feel a little bit of a shooting stretch through the right hip flexor. Exhale, elbows in, chin to chest. Tuck the low belly in. Inhale, lift up, open those elbows. Exhale, cactus the arms. Good. Interlace the fingers in front of the eyes. Keep the first finger, so your Charlie's Angels little symbol in front of you. Look at the thumb. And then exhale, send that hip back. Lift the toes. Keep the body lifted, so there's no folding here. Nice strong leg, nice strong toes. Come forward. One more, back to our half split with a lift in the toes, lift in the torso, shoulders down, look forward. And then inhale, come back, hands on the mat. Left foot back. Big breath in, look forward. Exhale, lift that right leg up. So try and keep it in line with the body instead of trying to over raise it. Good, big breath. Exhale, either putting that right foot in front or tenting the fingertips to create more space. Lift the chest up, hands on the hips. Hopefully everyone's still good. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, interlace those fingers behind the back of the head. Open the chest, open the elbows. Exhale, bring those elbows nice and close. Inhale, lift the elbows up. So we're cradling the head. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift it up. Draw those shoulder blades down. One more, looking down at the right knee. Inhale, lift up. Open those elbows. And cactus the arms, exhale. Inhale, hands come forward. Interlace the fingers, except for that Charlie's Angel, so that first finger shoots right up. Exhale, send that hip back. Lift the toes. Maybe spread the toes. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, bring it forward. Good. Exhale, send it back. Holding here. Squeezing into the legs, squeezing into that right quad. And then we're going to plant the foot down. Hands come down. Send it back to table. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips up and back towards your mat, coming into down dog. Pedal the feet. So bending one knee and then the other. And then inhale, lower the knees down. Place the forearms down. So make sure your forearms are actually in line with your shoulders. I'll show you from this end. So when you have them down on the mat, you can either interlace your fingers, just try and keep your shoulders or your elbows in line, or palms facing flat down on the mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, extend the feet back. Get the butt nice and low and in line with the body, coming into a forearm plank. Press the ground away with the forearms. Low ribs into the belly button. Find your gaze right in between the thumbs. Push back towards the heels to create more length in the spine. Squeeze the legs. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze everything. Don't worry about the shake. Keep pressing in that plank. And then exhale, start to walk the toes towards the elbows, coming into dolphin. Inhale, back to your forearm plank. Exhale, lower the hips. Release the feet. Lift the chest in Sphinx. Let's bring our head down and arms by our sides. Move the hips from side to side. Give the shoulders a break. Maybe shake them out. And then inhale, let's pop right back into it. So look forward. Place the hands on the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Situate those forearms in the spot that feels the most comfortable for you. Either fingers interlaced, hands apart. Tuck the toes. Bring the hips up so that the knees are on the mat, so you're doing this safely. And then extend the legs back, press into the forearms. Big breath in. Slow breath out. One more, inhale. Round the upper back, press up, press up, press up, and exhale, bring the knees down onto the mat. Send the hips back, coming into kneeling. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, clasp onto opposite elbows. Pull the elbows away from each other, nice and tall through the torso, lifting up through the crown of the head, big inhales. Slow exhales. Inhale and exhale. Good, let's get into the side body before we move into some side planks or side forearm planks. So with your right hand, you're going to place it on the mat in line with your hip. Left arm is going to lift up. And we're going to keep that arm in line with the ear, but we're going to drop the shoulder down just a little bit so that we're right into the back. Exhale, sliding that right arm over. Come into a nice side bend. So just take notice of the feeling in your side body. Keep your gaze forward, reaching as far as you can towards the back of your mat. Inhale, back to center. Other fingertips on the mat. Right arm lifts up. Exhale, arch. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Even while you're still in this side bend, specifically with that left arm, try and bring the shoulder away from the ear. So instead of trying to bring it all the way up, create some more space, reach up and over. Keep the chest forward. Good, inhale back to center. Lift those arms up and out. We're gonna throw the thumbs back and down. Try and wiggle the jaw so you're not creating too much stress in the neck. And then bring the palms together. Good. Let's come into some side plank drills for our upper back and for this flow. So you're going to come onto whichever forearm you like so that you're able to see me. Depends on kind of where you're situated. Right now I'm on my right forearm and my knees are tucked in. So feet are tucked, knees are bent. I know it's hard to see because I'm wearing all black. And we're going to extend the left arm all the way out to the side. So those fingers are reaching for the back end of the mat. The toes are flexed, one on top of the other. You're going to take a deep breath in and then making sure to press as best as you can through the forearm. So keep those fingers pointing in the way that your direction is, so your gaze, so towards your camera or your laptop. And lift the hips up. Doesn't have to be very high. Big breath in, start to look at that thumb. Slow breath out, start to look forward. And lower down. Good, let's do it one more time. So if you felt like you weren't stable here, you might need to bring your elbow in just a little bit closer. So find what works for you. Make sure you're still pressing down through the forearm. So we'll do it one more time. Inhale, lift that left arm up, pointing towards the back end of the mat, flexing the toes, trying to keep the knee in line with the body as best as you can. Take a deep breath in, lift up, lift that hip up, good. Press into the forearm, press into the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, look at that thumb. Inhale, look forward. And then slowly come down. Good, let's rest. Down on the shoulder. Taking a deep breath in. And slow breath out. Let's transfer our bodies to the other side. So you come up into seated or kneeling, or you can spin over. Knees in line with the body, just like a mermaid, forearm on the mat. Ha! Tuck the toes. Right arm shoots towards the bottom end of the mat. Make sure your forearm feels comfortable where it is. Press up, lift the hips up. Shoot that arm out. Looking at the thumb, inhale. Exhale, look forward. One more breath in. Exhale, lower down. Let's do it again. Inhale, lift the arms up. Not both arms. Exhale, looking back at the thumb. Inhale, lift up through that forearm. Press into that forearm. Keep the shoulder away from the ear. Keep looking at the thumb. Big breath in. Exhale, look forward. Don't let that hip fall. And slowly lower down. Let the shoulder rest. Maybe shake the toes out or the feet out. Inhale. And exhale. Good, one more. Flow through the side plank. Now that we've got it adjusted, we're gonna flip back to our other side. For those of you that want to take it a step further, stack the feet straight this time to come into your side plank. When you're doing that, try to point the toes up towards your chin. Make sure you still have that good foundation base in your forearm. We're going to take a deep breath in, and then exhale, lift up. This time, that arm is going to come straight up towards the ceiling, and we're going to look up. Breathing in, and breathing out. Taking the top foot, pointing it down or touching the floor. Still lifting the hips up, and then taking that top foot, bringing it back in place. One more, top foot comes to the mat. Good, and then top foot comes back to its resting spot. Not a resting spot. Nice and slow, come down. Switch the body over to the other side. Left forearm down. Extend the legs out if that is your posture of choice. If you still have the knees bent, keep the knees bent, put the hand on the hip and lift up and lower. Okay? Awesome, flexing those toes towards the chin. Shoulder in line with the elbow, fingers nice and wide on that base hand. Inhale, press up, reach the arm up, look at the thumb. Keep your gaze on the thumb, top leg on the mat. Press up, press up, press up. Exhale. Bring it back to its resting spot. We're going to do it one more time. Drawing that top leg onto the mat. And then extending it out. Good. Big inhale. Woo. Nice exhale. Let's come to seated. That's really all the hard stuff. So let's sit up nice and tall. And then exhale. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, release the hands. Reach the fingertips forward, round to the upper back. Coming into seated, hands on the thighs. Tilt the head from side to side. So let's work on some shoulder relief and some more upper back fun. Coming onto your belly. Taking the hands behind the back. Toes together. Activate through the legs, so from the hips down, which means if you're going to activate through the glutes and you're going to squeeze your glutes, your pubic bone is actually going to start to touch the mat, which is automatically going to align your core, and your back is going to get nice and strong here. Especially because we're working into the low back, you want to protect it. Send the fingers back towards the heels, shoulders down. Inhale, press forward, lift the body up, not very far. Exhale, bring the arms out in front without trying to knock over your planks. Exhale, bring the arms back. Nice straight line, barely touching the mat. Inhale, come forward with the arms. Exhale, send it back. Try and keep those elbows in. One more, lift up a little bit higher, squeeze into the butt, lift the arms forward. And exhale, woo! Send it back. And lower down. Turn your head to one side or the other. Lift the feet up, windshield wipe from side to side. Awesome, let's bring those feet down. Place the hands underneath the shoulders, forearms back on the mat. No forearm planks, I promise. So I'll turn this way so you can see me. You're going to take your left hand, hello, and you're going to walk it underneath the right, lowering the shoulder down. And then with the right hand, you're going to slowly walk it over towards the left side. Resting your head in between both arms. Do this to where it's comfortable for you. If you want to keep your chin lifted, you can. I have my knees bent just because my wall is here, so I can't really extend any further. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing with my arms. So big breath in. Slow breath out. Take notice of the pull from the shoulders. Whew. Especially for those of you that are working at home right now, or those of you that are catching up on all of the possible Netflix episodes that are available out there. It's really good to pull through the upper back, and it's really good to make sure that you still have that upper body strength. I'm gearing you guys up for like the next 2 weeks where we're going to do some really fun stuff. Inhale. And exhale. Good, to come out of this, start to roll towards that left shoulder. Release the right arm up, and then send it behind the back. You can place the head down on the mat, reaching those fingers forward. And then inhale, come back to center. Forearms back down in place. Right hand goes underneath the left. And left creeps on top of the right. Find a comfortable spot for you. Breathing in. And out. Big breaths. You know how you're always conscious in class about like how you're breathing and how you sound or what you sound like when you're breathing? Now it doesn't matter. You're at home, you're in the comfort of your own space, you can breathe and do whatever you like. It's awesome. You can practice at your own pace. I mean, the studio is definitely nice having people to people and being able to laugh together, but it is also nice being able to just breathe without worrying. So really big breaths in. And low, deep breaths out. Let's unravel. So rocking onto that right shoulder. Left arm lifts up and behind the back. You can put your head down on the floor. And then come back up to center. Let's push ourselves up. Coming into child's pose. But with this child's pose, toes together, knees slightly apart. Lower the chest down. Let's keep the forearms together and palms together. And then with those palms, press into the elbows, lift the hands up, send the palms behind the back. Keep pushing that chest very slightly into the mat. Opening up the shoulders. Opening up the hips. Letting the breath flow freely. Inhale, come up. Exhale, interlace those fingers again behind the back, draw the shoulder blades together. Slowly release the fingers, hands on the mat. Let's send the feet forward. And just a very small forward fold. So not super far, come to where it feels comfortable for you. Lead with your chest, not with your forehead. So instead of creating that round through the back, let's keep a nice basic line through the back, through the upper back, as best as we can, and then fold. Feet can be a little bit wider than hip width, or you can have them together, whatever feels good. Start to point the toes away from the body. And then let's lift up. Hands behind the hips. Soles of the feet to the mat. Press into the feet, lift the hips up, draw the head back. Coming into your reverse table, make sure you feel comfortable here. If it's too much on the shoulders, just come to seated. If it's too much on the neck, lift the neck up, lift the head up. Exhale, bring that butt towards the heels as close as you can. Lower down onto the forearms. And then rest the back into the floor. Draw the knees into the chest. Rock from side to side. Woo. Soles of the feet to the mat. Windshield wipe from side to side. Really dropping those knees. And then bring those knees back up to center. Lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus those arms down on the floor. This might be really intense on some of your armpits if you find that you're always keeping your arms really close and never really opening the arms out. You might find it really hard on the hands if you're constantly on like a computer or texting. Sometimes with the back of the hands or the forearms, you're going to notice a little bit of a pull, especially because it's hard for you to get your fingers down onto the floor, and that's okay. So keep pressing the back of your heart into the mat, low back into the mat. We're going to heel toe the knees together and the feet together, and then we're going to lift the feet up towards the ceiling and flex the toes down towards our chin. Keep that low back on the mat still. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Good, nice and slow with the big toes together and the heels together. Lower the legs down. Keep the low back on the mat. Lower it down until you start to shake just a little bit and you can feel your core starting to fire up. Hold it here, probably at a 45-degree angle. Keep holding. Keep pushing out through the base of the feet, through the heels. Breathe in. Woo! And out. And then bring those heels close to the hips again. Plant the feet on the mat. Windshield wipe from side to side. Keep those forearms down. Keep that cactus posture in the top half. Press into the feet. Lift the hips up. Exhale, fan the arms down by your sides, palms facing down. Squeeze the hips, press up a little bit higher. And then exhale, lower down. Knees back into the chest, but this time wider. And rock from side to side. Let's drop both knees to the left Oh. Looking over to the right. Extending the left arm out and keeping the right hand actually on the right hip. Inhale and exhale. Slowly come back to center. Use your belly to bring those knees up, and then exhale, drop the knees to the right side, looking over to the left. Extending the left arm out, extending the right arm out, left hand on the left hip. If it feels more comfortable to extend both arms out, then extend both arms out. Slowing the breath down, nestling the body into the floor. Using your center or your core muscles, belly button into the spine, lift the knees up, extend the legs out. Move the hips from side to side, bring your arms down by your sides, palms facing up, thumbs down. Let's take a few breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Let your shoulders melt down. Let the back melt down. Separate the shoulder blades away from each other the best that you can. Let the low back take a break. Let it become heavy. Let the toes become heavy. And soften the space in between the eyebrows. Allow the breath to deepen. And allow the breath to lengthen. Keep feeding your breath with full power. Slowly bringing your attention back to the mat, back to your body. Wiggling the fingers and toes, pressing the head into the mat and rocking it from side to side. Moving the hips, drawing the knees into the chest, rock forward and back along the spine a few times. Getting small, trying to create a ball that is so tight that you can feel every vertebrae along the mat. And slowly come up into a cross-legged seat. Tilting the head from side to side. Coming back to center, inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, thumbs right down.